In order to reduce the deficit, there has to be revenue in addition to cuts.
There has to be revenue in addition to cuts. Now, Governor Romney has ruled out revenue. He's ruled out revenue.
Absolutely.
Completely.
Okay, so the revenue I get is by more people working, getting higher pay, paying more taxes. That's how we get growth and how we balance the budget. Right. But the idea of taxing people more, putting more people out of work, you'll never get there. You never balance the budget by raising taxes.
Now, that was my next guest, Jim Lehrer, moderating the first 2012 presidential debate last week. Now, the left tried very hard to make him the scapegoat for Obama's pitiful performance, but I think for 67 million Americans who watched, it was, well, pretty obvious the blame laid squarely with the president himself. Here to respond is the author of Tension City, former PBS news anchor, Jim Lehrer. How are you? Good to see you again.
Hey, good to see you, Sean. Always a pleasure.
You know, you make it fun. I said, good evening. This is the News Hour. I'm a fan
you did
of
that really well. You did that really well.
I did that okay?
Yeah, yeah. Leave your name at the door and we'll get back to you. Yeah.
How are you doing? How's you know?
It's doing great. The News Hour is doing great. The team is took some time to get it all in place, and I kind of transitioned out, and I'm very happy about the PBS News Hour and how it's functioning.
I felt bad for you after the debate. A lot of criticism heaped on you.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that?
Well, you know, I'm not really keen on criticism, just as a general thing.
Yeah.
But that was right at the beginning. The criticism has pretty much gone away now because people realize that spin doesn't work if you've seen, everybody's seen the event. 67 million people watched it, 67 million other people reacted to it, saw excerpts to it and all of that. So they know what they saw. And so everybody's pretty well chilled out on this, and nobody's blaming me for it, blaming me for anything. And the format is what made it possible. Whatever happened, some people look at it in a positive way, some people look at it in a negative way. However, the fact of the matter is it was the format, and all I did was implement the format, which was a wide open opportunity for the candidates to directly address each other.
Which was agreed to ahead of time.
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. There's no secret about that.
You made a comment that you think this will forever change presidential debates.
I do.
Explain.
Well, I think there's been a progression. I've moderated a lot of them, and first one, 1988. They used to be very controlled. There would be a moderator, and there'd be 3 journalist panelists, and the panelist would ask a question, there'd be an answer, then the next journalist would ask a different question on a different subject, no follow-up, nothing. And over a period, the debate commission has worked very steadily. It's a bipartisan commission, old politician types who understand the system, and they have worked very hard. They moved, and I helped them implement it just as a moderator, and we kind of moved into a single moderator system, and slowly but surely opened it up a little bit. 2008, there was a rule which allowed the candidates for the first time to address each other and question each other. One of the candidates chose not to play. That was John McCain.
John McCain.
So it didn't work. It didn't work as well. I felt I made a fool of myself trying to get McCain to talk to Obama in front of everybody. But anyhow, and Obama played fine, and but it didn't work. But it established the idea. And then the commission came up with this idea: let's do 15-minute segments and have it wide open for 15 minutes after initial.
I thought it was great. I liked it because it was. Let them debate each other. It was a debate. It wasn't a joint press conference.
That's right. But it kind of redefines what moderator is, too, Sean.
Yeah.
And because one of the criticisms is, you know, partisans are partisans are partisans, but people are nonpartisan also criticize me because I didn't follow up, I didn't challenge people. But see, my whole point was, and the commission's whole point, and I was implementing what they wanted, and when I enthusiastically agreed with, was if there was going to be any challenging, the candidates were going to have to do it
themselves.
Yes, I was going to facilitate the challenging, but I wasn't going to do it myself.
You've been doing this a long time. How many presidential debates, vice presidential debates, have you done total?
12. The 12th one was October 3rd.
That is pretty amazing. Are you nervous before these debates? Do you see nervousness in the candidates, knowing the magnitude of the moment?
There is nervousness everywhere. There certainly is with me. And I think anybody who says they're not nervous before they moderate a presidential debate is either a fool or a liar. How could you not be nervous?
Yeah.
I mean, and everything that for a moderator is one thing, just multiply it 15-fold for a candidate, because one false move, one false word can affect the presidency of the United States. And I'm always aware of it when I'm moderating something, and how can the candidates not be? And history has proven that.
Do you get a sense, and I was actually thinking this during the debate, do you get a sense while it's going on that one is winning the debate? I mean,
no.
You don't get a sense at all?
No, I completely turn off the judgment function in my brain.
Do you compartmentalize that?
Oh, sure. Okay, well, first of all, remember, I'm sitting from here to there.
Sure.
And the 67 million people are watching on television. So that is the perspective that is good, that matters in this. And I'm concentrating on trying to make the trains run on time, not to, the last, when a debate is over and somebody says to me, oh, well, Wawa really cleaned the plow of Wawa 2. I don't know.
You're not hearing it.
I'm not hearing it. Yeah. And it's not my function as a moderator.
You really are committed to being fair, which I give you a lot of credit for. I obviously couldn't do it. Who was the most nervous? I don't know. You may not want to answer this, and if you don't, I understand. Of all the candidates, when you were moderating a debate, that was most visibly uncomfortable to you?
Oh, Sean, I haven't thought of all of them. They're all human beings too, and no matter how much, how many times they have been in front of millions and millions of people and done all kinds of things in addition to debates, there's always a sign that they're nervous.
You can pick up on it.
Yeah, you can smell it.
I have a lot of critics too. I thought it was unfair, and I thought you did a great job, and always committed to being fair. And it's really a pleasure to see you again.
Hey,
thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Sean.
Appreciate it. Good luck with the book as always, and thanks for being here.
Thank you.
All right.